Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum has been heading for lower here overnight and it dropped below the 1130 level. Not yet a substantial drop below it, but if it sustains below 1130, which it tries at the moment, then this is probably not going to work out as a bullish scenario anymore. Not at least at the imminent one, because if we have a sustained drop below 1130, it will open the doors for a retest of 1075. That we hold this level then, which is the low from the 9th of November, will get less likely, and it therefore opens the doors for a retest of $1,000. Now, it is not impossible to still find support here at $1,000 for a wave 2 and then to rally. We still need to have that on the radar. Therefore, my stop losses for some long positions that I've got open here are below $1,000, yeah, and I leave them a bit of space, but we need to be aware that any sustained drop below 1130 will increase the risk of us dropping below 1,000, and if we drop below 1,000, it opens the doors to 880, which is the June low, and then 650, and maybe even lower. Therefore, I do have a stop loss below $1,000 because I don't want to risk it, and I will then just re-enter lower and reset lower. This is still the bullish count on the chart. It's still possible because we've only really dropped a couple of dollars below 1130, the key support, but we are not really seeing that reaction, and overnight we actually dropped briefly to 1110. Yeah, so this is really the last possibility for ETH to turn around. Otherwise we're going to see a more sustained drop. Looking here at this, and there's a couple of ways how you can draw the fibs, but generally we came down to the 88.7% fib level here overnight. That again is the last resort, but we haven't really seen a strong reaction to it. So yeah, I'm getting more clarity now that this is possibly going to become a deeper drop. First to $1,000, and that will be the next decision point. Yeah, the key support from here now, 1075, then 1,000, and below 1,000, the overall chart context is going to flip clearly bearish. Already now, we can start leaning more towards the bearish case, but okay, maybe it's a bit too early because we haven't seen that sustained drop below 1130. I mean, it really only happened a few hours ago. And maybe we'll get even some more clarity when the stock market opens today. But the bearish count, which we talked about before as well, would be here, a wave A up, the B down in a triangle, yeah, C, D, and E. So this would then be some kind of a wave 4, and we come down in a 5th wave. And what you often get when a triangle breaks, you get this sort of strong move into the other direction, which we had. So it's certainly possible that the triangle broke and we are now moving down impulsively, and will with that move retest $1,000. And if it breaks, yeah, as I said, then we could get really into this, into the area around 880 and 650. However, I would expect some kind of a bounce above 1,000, and that would not necessarily be a bullish bounce, but let's say we come down, retest 1,000, see a bounce that could very well be a corrective bounce before we then head down to 880 and lower. So if that happens, I will get out of a couple of long positions that I will get stopped out of if we drop below $1,000, but I would just realize profits here should we get above sort of 1,200 in that bounce. We'll see. But what you need to know at this stage is that the downtrend is, or the downward scenario is getting more likely, of course. Still would like to see a little bit more evidence and confirmation for that. But as you know, this was the yellow support area and we've dropped below it. Ideally, we should have held the 1130. We dropped to 1110, even though it was only for a short period. But even now we can't get above 1130 anymore. That's not a bullish sign. And therefore, you know, I would say this is getting more and more difficult now for the price, but we're now oversold on the 1 hour, getting oversold on the 4 hour as well. So that is what that kind of bounce that I talked about that might occur, especially as the $1,000 level is a key support level. So we'll see, but again, if we drop that far, it's probably going to be a corrective bounce. I'll definitely keep you updated, but we can start to lean more towards the downside scenario now as the evidence is coming to us. But yeah, I will keep you updated. There will be another update today, as you know, and hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.